Roman Reigns' return to WWE is one of the most anticipated moments in recent wrestling history. To make it truly unforgettable, WWE must craft a storyline that's rich with emotional depth, patience, and strategic build-up, not just a sudden shock appearance. This return should focus on reshaping the Bloodline saga, emphasizing legacy, honor, and complex family dynamics, rather than rushing toward championship gold. By carefully controlling the pacing, environment, and narrative tension, WWE can deliver a powerful comeback that reinvents Roman's character, captivates fans, and sets the stage for a long-term, compelling storyline that resonates beyond the ring. Patience, the crucial first step. The key to a legendary return is patience. WWE must resist the temptation to rush Roman back merely for a spike in short-term ratings, panic-driven nostalgia, or shallow callbacks. Instead, the absence needs to feel earned, framed as a period of strategic exile, a time of reckoning for the tribal chief. Commentary teams should walk a fine line, never ignoring Roman, yet not dwelling on him excessively. Instead, subtle, cryptic references peppered through Paul Heyman's remarks or offhanded comments by other wrestlers will plant seeds of doubt and curiosity. These understated hints will create a simmering anticipation that only Roman's actual reappearance can satisfy, a crescendo building quietly in the background, ready to explode. The perfect stage, an environment ripe for chaos. Roman's return environment matters just as much as the return itself. In his absence, the bloodline has fractured and transformed. Solo Sikoa's ruthless leadership has ushered in an era of unchecked brutality. By the time Roman steps back into the spotlight, Solo should be an entrenched, merciless warlord surrounded by vicious allies like Tama Tonga and Tangaloa, perhaps even darker forces lurking in the shadows. This faction must appear wild and uncontrollable, as if WWE management and Paul Heyman himself are powerless to rein in the chaos. Their reign should spill into every corner of WWE, interfering with matches, injuring fan favorites, and dismantling the honor Roman once symbolized. This erosion sets the stage for Roman's return to feel urgent, necessary, and deeply personal. Symbolism over shock value. Roman Reigns' return cannot be a simple ambush or opportunistic title chase. Instead, it must be steeped in symbolism. He should reappear not to seek revenge on Cody Rhodes or claim a championship, but because the bloodline's honor has been irreparably tarnished. This return should occur on a grand stage, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, or a marquee SmackDown episode, without any teasing or leaks. The night should seem like it's winding down, with Solo standing tall in the ring after a savage beatdown of a beloved babyface, perhaps Jey Uso. The camera lingers on the carnage, the atmosphere tense and electric, before Roman's music cuts through the silence like thunder. The crowd erupts, not with cheers or boos, but an awe-filled, reverent roar. No words, no grandstanding, just a cold, unwavering stare that conveys absolute power and authority. The power of silence and mystery. After his return, WWE must resist pushing Roman into immediate matches or long promos. His mystique is a precious commodity to be guarded. His promos should be sparse, his words carefully measured. Imagine scenes where Roman enters a room filled with Solo and his allies. Instantly, the atmosphere shifts, silence falls. Paul Heyman's expression mixes fear, guilt, and a flicker of loyalty. Backstage, Roman's quiet conversations, perhaps with Cody Rhodes or Triple H, hint at complex motivations, not declarations of war. This ambiguity creates tension. Is Roman the savior, the avenger, or a darker force? This uncertainty engages fans, fueling debates and keeping eyes glued to every subtle interaction. Moral ambiguity. A complex Roman's actions should reflect a man hardened and changed by loss and exile. One week he aids a babyface under attack. The next, he stands aloof, watching cruelty unfold without intervention. This moral ambiguity invites fans to interpret his motives: redemption, reclamation, or ruthless dominance. His interactions with stars like AJ Styles, Randy Orton, L.A. Knight, and Sami Zayn should challenge perceptions. Roman remains enigmatic, his cryptic answers keeping everyone guessing. This tension adds layers to his character, elevating the storyline beyond a simple good versus evil trope. An evolved, hardened tribal chief Roman must not revert to his old tribal chief persona. This iteration is quieter, more calculating, and visibly changed. His promos are minimal but impactful, each word laden with meaning. Unlike Solo's manipulative aggression, Roman's power is quieter, more primal, a man fighting not for control, but to restore legacy. His in-ring style shifts too, more brutal, urgent, and less theatrical, reflecting a colder, battle-hardened warrior. His gear changes subtly, trading gold for darker, steel-toned attire, symbolizing a grounded, no-nonsense persona. WWE's camera work should echo this transformation with tighter, slower shots and shadowy, silhouette-heavy entrances, deepening the story with history and legacy. To enrich the narrative, WWE should support Roman's arc with backstage vignettes, historical callbacks, and interviews featuring Samoan dynasty legends like Rikishi, Afa, and Sika. These voices remind fans of the pride and honor that Solo has desecrated. WWE Network specials and YouTube deep dives can explore the family tree and cultural weight, increasing emotional investment. This story should unfold over multiple pay-per-views, allowing tensions to simmer and build without an immediate blow-off. Visual and auditory symbolism. Roman's return must also be felt visually and sonically. His iconic music should retain its core bass line, but layered with ethereal undertones, signaling transformation. New gear is darker and more symbolic, less flash, more substance. Camera angles emphasize mystery and power through slow zooms and shadow-heavy shots. These details, subtle but powerful, communicate change before he even speaks.